Welcome everyone in lecture 12 of unit 3, that is context free grammar, and today we are going to learn about ambiguity in context free grammar. So what is it mean by ambiguity? Let us discuss the definition first. A context free grammar G is said to be ambiguous if there exists some W belong to LG that has at least two derivation tree, or we can say two or more parse tree for for any string W that belong to language of grammar. If a grammar is given and we can find a input of this input, we can find a word that can be derived from this grammar, and that word has two or more parse tree, then the grammar will be called as ambiguous grammar. Let us discuss it with the help of an example. Suppose a grammar is given and we are able to find a word that can be derived from this grammar and that has more than one parse tree. It means it has many derivation, and derivation has different parse trees. Suppose I am deriving AAA, and that string you need to find yourself from this grammar, and you need to find at least one string that has two or more derivation tree. Minimum requirement is two derivation tree for a single string that belong to the language. So triple A can be derived as S tends to AS, replacing this S by AS again, and replacing this S by A, and derivation tree will be as S tends to AS, this S tends to AS, and I am replacing it by A. I can derive this string in another way. S tends to SA, replacing this S by SA and replacing this S by A, and the tree will be like SA, SA and A. So this tree is different, this tree is different, and for the same string we have two different derivation tree. So this grammar is ambiguous. I can also derive AAA as S tends to AS, then replacing this S by SA, and then replacing this S by AAA. So here derivation tree will be like AS, then SA, then A. So there may be more than two or three derivation tree. There may be many more parse tree for same string, but we need minimum two to say that grammar is ambiguous grammar. So we need not to find more than two, we will find only two derivation tree, but we need to analyze the grammar to find that string that has more than one derivation tree. More than one, it's mean at least two derivation tree. Let us take another example. S tends to SBS, and S tends to A. Suppose this grammar is given and we have to prove. Question is as like that, so that grammar is ambiguous. So we have to prove that this grammar is ambiguous. So we need to find a string that can be derived with more than one way and have different derivation or parse tree. So a grammar for a string there may be more than one derivation, but it is not necessary that more than one derivation means more than one parse tree. So we need to confirm that there are different parts tree. So derivation, suppose I am driving it using leftmost derivation or rightmost derivation, it does not mean that grammar is ambiguous. Grammar is ambiguous only when we have more than one parse tree for same string that belong to language of the grammar. So from this grammar, suppose I am driving AB A, I can drive it as S tends to SBS and replacing this S by SBS and replacing this S by A, replacing this S by A, and we have ABA, and derivation tree will be as S tends to SBS, replacing this S by SBS, replacing this S by A, this S by A, and this S by A. String is ABA. I can derive this string also using this derivation. Suppose I am replacing this S by SBS and replacing this S by A and replacing that S by A and replacing the last one, this is S, and I am replacing this S by ABA and replacing this S by A here. So here derivation tree or parse tree will be look like replacing this S by SBS and this S by A, this S by A, this S by A. So here from this grammar is we have find a string ABA that can be derived by more than two derivation that has different parse tree. So this grammar is, so G is ambiguous. So there may be any another string that belongs to this language, this grammar, and that has different parse tree. We need at only one string that can be derived from derived by two ways that has two different parse tree, and it need a lot of practice to find that particular string. Let us look at another example. And I am deriving this string from this grammar. It can be derived as, and replacing this by epsilon, and parse tree will be this. I can also derive this string using production S tends to SS, replacing this S by using first production, then replacing this S by epsilon and this S by epsilon. Again we will get this bracket and tree will be look like SS, then then this epsilon and this epsilon. So this string can be derived by two different ways from the particular grammar. Let us look at another example. E tends to E plus E, E tends to E plus E into E, and E tends to A slash B slash C. Suppose I am deriving A plus A plus A. It can be derived as E plus E, replacing this A by E plus E, and replacing this E by A, and this E by A, and this E by A. Derivation tree will be look like E tends to E plus E, and we are replacing this E by E plus E, E plus E, and this by A, this by A, and this by A. I can also derive this particular string using the production E plus E, and replacing this E by E plus E, and replacing this E by A, replacing this E by A, and this E by A also. Here derivation tree will be look like E plus E, replacing this E by E plus E, and replacing it by A, it by A, it by A. So there are clear difference between these two parse tree. These two parse tree are different for the same string. So this particular grammar is ambiguous. And in most of the grammar, if a production has same non-terminal at both sides, then grammar will be surely ambiguous, because we can replace it and we can replace it by same production at two different places. Suppose I am replacing this by E plus E and this by E plus B. This grammar is also ambiguous because I can replace this S by SS here and this S by SS here. So tree will be different. If I am replacing there, it will expand in left. If I will replace this, it will expand in right. In most of the cases, this kind of grammar will be ambiguous. So I am giving you a home exercise to prove that S tends to AB, S, AS, BS, S tends to BS, AS, and S tends to epsilon is ambiguous. So it is AS, BS. Okay, thank you for attending the lecture. You are supposed to do some practice of these questions, as these are very important questions.